going to be turning this my old jacket into something new. So first of all, I went ahead and ironed this jacket, and then the next thing I did is I gathered my patterns. I've made corset patterns from my previous videos, so if you've not seen it, please go ahead and watch it. So I gathered my pattern and then I set off to cut my fabric with my pattern. So I just make sure I get a good point and then add 0.5 for my sewing allowance, and then that is what I did all round, cutting up the fabric with my pattern. After cutting, I also set out to put my facing, because I just want it to be a little bit strong. I don't want to use any strong facing, I just use a normal facing. I also went ahead and do this a little bit of art that I want to put on my wall. So after that, I went ahead and joined it. If you've watched my previous videos, you would understand what I just did there. So if you've not watched it, please just go ahead and watch it. It's just normal sewing of the corset, and then I do some top stitching there on my lining fabric. So I actually was able to cut from the jean, the denim. I was actually able to cut lining and at the same time fabric. So I'm going to sew this like that, joining my back to my front, and then I went ahead to make a strip. I'm going to be using that as my strip for the I used like 1.5 inches to make that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that to 2 and then sew it down on my main fabric, actually on my main piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew it down like this, making sure that I press out the seam inside. So that was what I did there. So after that, I figure out I want to put underwire. So I want to sew my underwire casing at this point, though it is very small like compared to my own bust area. So I'm just going to go ahead and then sew my underwire casing, align it like this to my seam, and after I sew, I'm just going to turn it like that and sew it too. So I went ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put in my underwire, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my front and back. The front is usually a little bit shorter than the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it inside. When I'm done, I'm going to turn whatever it is you call it, I think it's strip. So I'm just going to go ahead, lay my lining onto my main piece, and then sew it from my neckline, so to say. So I'm just going to sew it there, open it up, top stitch it, and then sew the rest and leave a point at that zip side, so I'll be able to use it to turn everything out. When I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and press it. When I'm done pressing it, I'm going to go ahead and fix my zip. So I'm leaving that strip without joining it to the back piece, because I want to test it first and see that maybe it's actually my normal size. So if it's not my normal size, I'll go ahead and add elastic. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and add my zip. So I figure out my zip is a little bit longer and I don't want to waste it. I'm just going to show you for the sake of this tutorial, sorry. And after that, I'm just going to remove it and put another shorter one if I was able to get it. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment. Thank you.